104.3 FM anu eye Facebook live ehonu mo like ya no wa share na wo de wadwenkyere no aba ne akenkan ede amawo mepa chawo aya no amana yentie mu na afenso de de sefata wo kasebo mu aba emfa bebre mafa ba ko pebra wate ne akenkan ne dodo ede amamo oko YouTube na eye Despite Media Peace FM online.com yakuchi ensam no ehonu mo ensam no de di mu akotini ebi ene se asrafo cars wo ha ene beye enum ena yiyu edi ababeti o mampenye Kufuado abdano edi
Gamanya yoyo no Ghana mampena na dodanko Kufuado na nimu nyamwa kopie mu ewa ase no mampenye no kono wanko ne sapan sika botine 100,000 Ghana cedis wo de abo yoyo no
na ye momodin ko ayaresabia nhwe ni peduam na bebo aye afesu health insurance yemfa ye ho angim MPP ko ba bi na de afutu yama
asinfo so mention assembly ye ne sefa ko a wo fa car lorry station wo yensisi wo no mo adwadefo esre mention penifo so won pe ba bi fa mo ansa no be pam mo a wa pam mo
we aye nens me de eba be so mo ye hwe na watwi mu ensem bia eba ye Ghana mampanyi na Nadu Dankwa Kufuado koto strength na Ghana International Development Partners no se eya omo emwaye
na watwi mu Ghana mampanyi ka side to dwa sa kansi a wakwa nimu wa bato mu nyina no wo pa wo mampanyi na be de kire His Excellency Dr. Alhaji Mamadu Bawumia esanso opinyin no na adwemu do
Omabeni dada ajo mani mahama so ekasa na watwi mu
Jumadia bi koso ewo African Affairs ewo Ohio State University America omampanyini enkane omampanyini ko kasa wase
na eye empuntu juma mako beye wo ha ani aduonmu enwotwe ena nansen ye ba beye omantifi mantemti na watwi mo omampanya be di akire di asokobɔ fom
abaya kasa di atudwa se nya ade wa na adwenda se NIB obeton
na judgment debt bin sense bi su epie na watwi mu nam so emapru east mashibedwani ekasafa ho
Office of the Special Prosecutor ena ma Mrs. Labenada pa ho sensem ano na watwi mu bra nim ni bi keka bi edite OSP pa
na obenfo Stephen Adai na watwi mu wakasa ye ne nam so ema empenifo bi ekiro madwen efa ho
Post Sahine Dr. George Akufu Dampare na watwi mu eni GPLTU focus nkonwa o kiro mu nyina se post de nhyeche egu apono so a bambo ho nsem befa ne ntoma padi fra
na wei ene ensembi ene yesi hu enkonwa ene anwumre ya tunu di se Ghana this week ai de ba beso mu asida eko ede amatonti na 74 etwaniti ya first T74 immune system no eduro anase na duane a ema wa hoden etise wo sabo anase kidney no fumso die bia ba ho aya no wanum bi liver no ne ho atechema wakoma ene nyadewa ahodorofo ahira wa ho wani no aye kusukusu nhye den hu ade papa aya no wanum T74 yenya ye pagya na de no ebobo no tutu mirikati joye wala tuwala sano yedro aye T74 obabu nsape ne fie jedum wayase ya wo ya uye bema so aya na prostate no enfumsudie bi aba ho a aya no anum T74 ebo papa ebre ko anim ne bedu hu nkomo akọ akiri papa numbers no 0246 073 498 0246 073 498 ne krakra no biem 0501 628 931 0501 628 931 we ani adwumakuwa asoyasne enne anwumre medin di akua ajewa akode mene
Sadat Mohammed
Ghana mampanyi na Adodakwa Kufuado agina omano anemu ede asida eni kabia ma EU ko no so mababeye yadoye adoye mababeye ye no ene se eye ehye a asrafo etenemu ede bom pempen ede ebonkro awodo ho ban no EU fo ede beye wo ha eni enum ababecheyen na we ebeboa ama Ghana asradom no etimi atoban agiban ewo mantifi mantem nkanka obabia ye ne Burkina Faso fo no ebo ehye yeni musa nanse no aya na adomfo yefo anase tuatiku a omoto hye aban so no mohomene so papa na se wa ama wani a na wona mope wa hwe yepenu obi aba befiri wawrawo enti Ghana yeni da wose abowo ebra Ghana mampanyi eje hye no adase ye no se si ehwe eye akone akosem esisi wa mawodo so no a ye ntimi enjai emwa bibiman ko aso agisa amaman ahodo no ebemu beboa na wo hwe West Africa states ahodo no nso so ananse no abantungo ta kwaso papa ena nkrofo mutimo ode nso timi kwoto hye nkrofo so na se ejeja wo ne anka ho asem ne de ensa hye demre fam ne ya adwene se ewo akire panyisi ewodo ebeba wanhwe yepe na babe saye na de ohaw ne ye niaba enunti no Ghana ye niabre a ye bobai atoban na nso ye hia mo papa ewo Burkina Faso ahye so Togo ahye so ekeka ko Benin ene miye ahodo no enti omampanyisi yiyufo ye damase ewo hyen a mode abesom yen.
We gather to mark a significant milestone in our partnership. That is the presentation of 105 militarized vehicles, among other assistance measures, which the European Union is donating to Ghana. I extend the gratitude of the Ghanaian people to His Excellency Monsieur Charles Michel, President of the European Council, with whom I initiated these conversations regarding enhanced cooperation between Ghana and the European Union. I wish to acknowledge the thorough work done by our Ministers for National Security, Defense and Foreign Affairs, along with their hard-working staff. They've navigated through extended negotiations with our European partners to emphasize the urgent need to bolster Ghana's capacity to protect its territory and its people from the growing threat of terrorism in the West African region. The latest attempts by terrorists and extremist groups to expand their scope of influence from the Sahel to coastal West Africa are obvious. These actions pose a substantial security risk to the people and stability of Ghana. Recent occurrences of terrorist activities in neighboring Burkina Faso, Togo, and Benin underscore the pressing need for Ghana to enhance her counter-terrorism measures.
Enya yeti ye Ghana mampanyi na adodankwa akufu ado na no ache no na European Union omo ba no dani abedi ache meche EU Vice President Orua Joseph Fontes enso ekase bie na wode tudwa achire mu ese omo ti omo mamu na somo yo madwene se ne ekoso ebibire mu ese no omo emfa ho pe ebetimi ehin aba beto omo ehiamoa omo empenusa enunti no omo krakro mani beku ni fa ehwe emu ombenya ombetimi edi asum abibiman ahwe ma asumdwe aba enunti enene omode ahyen aba beye yadoye.
The European Union and Ghana has a deep and strong partnership. A partnership with strong roots. It's not coming from today. It has a long story. It is based on shared values and on common interests. Both are important, values and interests. We pay attention to the two of them. This partnership has been evolving from something which was specifically, strictly development aid, an old word, to a more political one that is being designed to face the current global challenge. Climate change and the fight against terrorism are maybe the two most important ones today. Climate change and terrorism are the greatest threat to the peace and stability of the world. And this partnership has recently been strengthened in the areas precisely of peace, security, and defense. I have the honor of being the High Representative of the European Union, not only for foreign relations, but also for security and defense policies.
Yeyu konu banu dani abedi achire Orua Joseph Fontes nene ena yete yeni nyinamu no aswafo hwe omai bambo so no nyamfo Albert Kandapa wano so de semsei etudwa.
What we are witnessing today is the end product of the mission that you set for us approximately 2 years ago. Your Excellency, with your foresight and wisdom, you will recall that you tasked the Ministers for National Security, Defense, and Foreign Affairs to engage the European Union. The European Union being a key partner in our collective mission to curb the southward expansion of terrorism and violent extremism from the Sahel region to West Africa. Today, we come together to officially unveil a generous donation of 105 militarized vehicles provided by the European Union to support the counter-terrorism efforts of the Ghana Armed Forces. Mr. President, the details of the 105 militarized vehicles include 13 Land Cruiser pickups, 10 GMC Sierra, Toyota Land Cruisers, Toyota single cabins, Chevrolet Silverado, Toyota Land Cruisers, and also Sierra pickups.
Oswafo show me bambo sensun munyamfo Albert Kandapa.
Gamanye na de o madro toso miensa afia pema hankron aduasa nan oforiso bosom de toso aduonu April 20 of 1934 ena na ofo ewo no openima bosumi afim pinu ne aduonu mienu ena opanyini to nananom ewo nse do na ne ena mpinfo de amambre ne amane egu apono so na de o madro toso miensa ode ekata na chi Ghana mampin na ro dankwa kufa do na ni monyam kokopie mu ewa yeyo no ase mpinfo sinu mamambre ya na wonse ade o mampanyini ko no anko ne sapan Okutani sem sika botene 100,000 Ghana cedis sani aneme na amafo beka no 100k sempini fo nso me na nwumre wodi aboa e dia kampata e di agufom o mampanyini we sana do di sem de che enkane tema isimra se bedwani urumanyafo Daniel ni kwa Tatus Glover no o mampanyini kasaye mu no en wodi tudwa se ansa na kura no na NPP sa monyuku e di sika botene 10,000 Ghana cedis aba e di ababa buo yeyo no no mampanyini ban wontimi ma ne sa ansa pan enunti en wodi 100,000 Ghana cedis e dia piece wo o banana no de malt henin kenensuo whiskey ne nema keka ho o mampanyini sa de ka ho a nyina no de boa eyeyo odane ye e de emabusua
na yako eye sashi wioso Mexico assembly no emu a MPP amayekori babako eye onmunyamfo Festus Ajiman Bumangama na waye registration health insurance apumdisi echi beni bi ede ama adehye no kwa a wanyiteku anasa dama ena wonso mudie no ewunu wahwe asai ahyemu kena ede amawo na dikudie ntia wodi se adwumai ene se Elio afahye no na adehye a ewo sehwioso ene ne mu edipa ni yenimu se apomuden senke so de enye ba akofo nko a ene betimi ede ahyere kon na etwa fatase yesom anu enti eno no so de kakra wotimi aye ede abo mo eno no wo se social health insurance na ya na enkrofo bu na bomfia na so hu hia pa sa wo yare pa na ko ayaresabia na se yenye sika amfo wanko na so hwere wonko a ena wutimu se eyeya na so health insurance ni bi na se yeko na etimi yini ama ba ku mienu bi so ma wa aya na eye ebrekro na mu eno se ebasi ye kwa yaresabia ye ma no anye ye hia de e ma ye ntena se ma ye nkase me de be ye envigiansia wotwini enu me kwa yaresabia pe masa dadie krompo no ehwe na ache na woni padasani edie ntan kwa yaresabia nkohwe ni peduam ba ne sa eboa ye emie hu niema ahodo a ewo ye ni peduam ne atimi aso ano ntem
Yaba Elio no, Yaba Beshe, Yananamofa, Yaba Yanam Kukru so ya dofo ne Abusiafo. One of the concerns are Eba up and Apumudeng. Osha Yamanfo no health insurance no a problem. And Apumudeng Ankasa and Timmy Fatuma Kuma so say, Omo health insurance maybe a momo. Na Omodia Awunon sono, Mitia na my renewals na momo. Tiene her directors so kasa zombe no me screening kakran so momo umunya immediate attention no onshore momo mbi here referral na wa show mo no referral momo mbi here adru sisia no so no na wa momo adru na omanom
Nwanyafo Festus Japan Bumanguma nene ene yeti ye no na adehye nyame adom yaye health insurance bi ade amawo ene wona yaye apomuden hwemu famikwa bi ade emommo no so ekasa de tudwa kire mu se omo ani age adoye a wababaye ade amommo no omo kire mu se sa enye sika nko a ene ade ye nipa adoye na apomuden aye ade bi ehunhia pa waika won abehwe omo se no omo nso so omo nyi na akwa ombeda no wase omo nkwada nemu
Meda onabu muma ase wo say wa mama so menya health insurance and ma so metimi dia hwe mapomuden wi meda na se pa onabu muma meda ase
de onabu muma aye yeda na ase nya mishira no se ne o mama so meni mabusua sa heti aso meni mabusua ne sa yale hwehwemu a ewo se ka me ko hospital kan mo jimi scan so ni nyina echi no wafa ho kan na menne mi bibia mbe nyina ma ye ni frinti nya mishira no na de da na koma so bia nya menye ma no wo Yesu din amen
Sehwioso adehye ene yeti omo enka no
Putuprama ne bo abeto ya pono so echirem so kokopie mu ewo nkwanta south a enya ne ntie se abusuaku a wondin ene achudi wo mo ne adele entokwa yi ni ti ewo abusuaku mienu yintam atututuo emabro ena afia ya hyehye no ekoso ewo mantam no mu pa na yetira yeye yanya otimantam so afo no munyamfo Joshua Makubu ewa ahoma so bebisa ne say edian ene ekoso opanyu ti menka me mo adwuma wakwa abasumdwe fie peace 104.3 so nie
I mean Jerusalem me chai for nyina omuchi usanyumre
etiefo ejuso no munyamfo na amanebo abeto yapono so yi nokura bende wom.
Okay, since morning, I have before today, now the issue of the festival by the Achude and the opposition by the Adele had come to our attention. Now, Yeshua at the Regional Security Council, after engaging all of them, you take a decision. And then to ensure that the police will enforce that decision, dispatch a lot of policemen to town. And opina many regional police commander Kasa Wakacha Mese Omute to ensure some meeting or not celebration members. But later in the day, many Kasa now or say acquire two clashes very bad between the various groups. And this evening, many Kasa or say at least the classes and sports of attack also are a bit of a the ministerial coordinator Sisiana Akasana or say or confirmation and conformity no anabusia fapra umudumaba hospital. But yes, we are starting for reinforcement from the quarters that be and say begin to say in the next few minutes, we should see other people adding up to the police. They can restore calm in Nkwanta.
Honorable, if you are not Pabesi Samri, Opeso Chese Asundwe Entimi Mayana.
Now, as we speak now, it's like the situation is rather going from bad to worse. So we just need to beef our security and ensure that you have protected lives and property.
Odumanyan for me pachiwo, Sisumaye, say no, atretre. Ana ewon krutuo mbienu ana miensa bi mpentem ana se etretre
na eze nkwanta town no se onim so ba nkwanta we were adele ye wo actually na wo the chala all other to nkwanta is an amalgamation of ethnic groups. So let me say that is what has happened now. But I might say obi one more to do to I just want to know you could colleague, but I have not yet gotten that report from the police. One person make too much on that. See, as and when I have any briefing from the police, the memo was not about for now. The minimum is many regional commander Kasa. We are asking for more men from Jessica and other people we have spoken to, thinking if the military can also come in.
Odumanyan for say no only regional commander and Juma Kesia Paba Biguma Betiso. Na say it is getting from bad to worse. And inti edian say pan mude go upon us wa mudi beswano.
But at least who beside me say from the morning up to now, because at least the next thing in the morning say we have to go and disperse the people from the park center by activity be our honomo. And then later in the day everybody say classes be by and or reporting disperse them. And it's over kind of roadblocks means to buy and they have been able to disperse books. But now the meeting is he has not told me maintain the police commander but on official sources like I say been mukra altitude. And when I may say if it is like that, and the way that I in the morning, the situation is bad than it was. So please, we don't need to cause so much panic on this issue. But at least it's human life that are important. We need the relevant quarters is ECASA. And thank God I've been able to reach most of the key people on phone now. Almost we do so men are being mobilized to come and help us.
Honorable answer the beja kwan mu akono kokobonsem ben na ode bema mabunu titiriwo a ewon kwanta
na me make sure when they be and say war Ntakwa has never brought any form of development or freedom to anybody. Nipa baako nuanom semba ntimi nka na yɛmfa nkyɛ yɛn ho na nhwɛ sɛ na ɛbɛyɛ a nkwanta bɛyɛ dɛn ɛbɛtu mpɔn. That is the most critical thing.
Yada sepa eni mfonyina wotwa edi afiri nkwanta sa oteda beso me onumanyamfo Joshua Makubu we wotimantamu so afo mentime ho ase ayiniti ewo nkwanta sa otewo abusuaku mienu entam eye adele abusuaku ena atwode abusuaku ntamu no ena opinini kyiremu se wone regional commander omede hyehye agu apono so wohwe hu ni se asundwe mapa ebe yiniti ewo nkwanta south.
Na emaku anase women's movement ewo Apostolic Church of Ghana muno anyemfinhia adioso enum 75 years eno 1824 amambre ne amane adano edi anase omodifa no na semche daso and is a reposition for greater works. Nano ana Apostolic Asafono sofopon awodano Apostle Dr. Aaron Nate Amina akasade atudwase asafu biara mpuntuo ne kankro no wontimi enyi ema emfrim emano enye yeda efise ema edintintiman ewo nyamesumu papa ebra ya jinkwa Yesu Kristo wu ya wosori no mapo enedi ka ko hu se wona nadamrem na wasori eko entiede di pefese ema enso otumi ene ba entitiye ene hyehyɛ wodo no so ema ewo mu tumi ni akandie humopa enu ntie atwa fatase yede ema no eseje titiatempo ne so biem na wo mo ehwese wono mo efri akire eba no mo ye mayoa no ye bedada mo akrakro mo atetene wo mo no mo nsuso aba befa nyame adwuma no aye no yie na aboa mo somo no nyankopon hyen kaye no atimi adru akiripa wase asempa tere no se ma somu a aya na eyeye
enye ma omaso asori mu anka asori ejira ho emma modem bo epeja asori abu asori ya bedu bebia ababe enti ye bompa ise rade mekoso abu na ne wo omani bia omatimi aye ye omudi asi omani su ne se omu gina yie na omandi nyuma akesi ahyenyamedin anuonyam se wo gina yie a wo gina yie wo wadwen mu sane a wo dwen ne no ene ne ma wo ye ne ma sane a wo ye ne ne nti se obesan adwen sa adwen na ontimi nye bibia echenso nti omu sisa sane a omu dwen ene adwen omu kura wo ne ma bi ho nye to so mienu so sane a wakomate wo ne ma ho so esese wo sisa ansa na ne to so miensa wo ne ye so it has to do with your head, your heart and your hand opesa wo sisa bibia once sane ma miensa ya ne ma nkoso yi.
Dr. Aaron Emina etuasu ebiem enode tudwase ene enima bi ekoso ewo oman Ghana mu ehadwen se ya hwe anka ampani nya gubrantem so a ebeha oman no dachi eno ene galamse anase illegal mining na ekoso ewo oman Ghana mu no wasi ensuo ensase na afeso kwaye awodoa ene enipa bi ati agusu efum sebrato efuntum asase no yimu srade etugo epegod kitwa bi no eye ade bi a ebo oman no fom eno nti wode to aban no anim se omomodene se obeye du obeye biada ahwe se wono mo ye sade no omo ebejai si e kana so mo anti de enchechi won na emra ani wo mo eni ni se ne se ne fata
ne womu ne se galamse no aye bibia aha omanyi ne daso ha omanyi bebia ni tini akodu no agise yenyina akabom agise aban ani bre agise asori ani bre agise ahemfo ani bre agise omanfo so ani bre yenim boni a eye yentia ese ye niema ese ye nsuo ese ya sase adi nuru boni ehye asase no a ebeha aha emma ne maba ebeba wanchi sika yenya ne kakra nenno entimi nsiesie ni ayese no se yenyina ati ase sa yebetimi akam na ade ha ekosu bonse mredodo wono eya nipa kese ehye niema kese se ya se ye pese ewu pa ade ya yema yensa nso akatifuo mu ye chichi nkwala yese yem
eni ayetie ye Dr. Aaron Nate Amina awono ena Apostolic Asafo ewo Ghana hasen wodano Odinufo Jackson and Sama Wode Ebaye Enono. Na ye toaso ane de madwinje ni bi toaso Ghana this week mu. Eye comfort asmani ehwe ye kone ye dase. Akismi se hwebekwai enso de ode ebaye eno se propaganda bi enu beye adwuma. Owura Bawumiankuto ena ebetimi I manage on my Ghana no se na kwa kushaibu enso edifice hwibu ako wasi Cocoa Board executive omo enjoy papa na kuafo nso ebre wadwene wa wontiase adentia ena Ken Rashid esig Dr. Bawumia ena the best version obetimi amanage Ghana yi pa na osi we Maswood Bantama ena wochem se NDC enfo muntu opposition hwa ho de omo ya ade papa do omo ye ne de obia ni omo empre ho Wellington Adade esi wo hwe free New York City wose emfa wonu ne besie ensuoto awiabo de beba nyina so de nyamfo Kennedy akompreku Japan November da etoso 9 no obedi enkunim amano aye fedodo na esuo kwawu enteso wose MPP delegate November da etoso 9 no monto aba ema mampenya be de chiri wa Bawumia fise obeye adwuma ne pa Teacher Kuju Tepa Enyinesusu or say Dr. Bawumia wini hands down and found any nebesi biada ebekoye ede ama wo moa. Steven Etua Hini see today's master planner a birthday Peace FM yen we shenu master planner ma happy birthday enyakopon to nkwanam no nya okese na na akua moaboaten enso so edi efri Ablekuma Central AK Bawumia is coming or say Sadat ni akua happy birthday nko enfama Dr. Baba Samo AK master planner ene Samo Ujo Samo papa eye oblite come or see unity nko ne hia ewo MPP amaikonim emfa ho ene ne obedi enkunim na emfa ho ene ne ebesie Daniel Kwaku nipa tete edifi awutu breku wose Nyankopon enhio no nyamfo Eugene Ahen na omra medi nkunim ewo awutu Senya West abatu ompesua no eso ko mensa pilatu Dome kwa benya wose Dr. Bawumia na the best option obetimi abreki 8 ne kra simple ede ama MPP fo nti MPP fo mo kwa akoto aba monto aba emfa mano ena fantastic will be for so say said Dr. Bawumia wini MPP presidential race ne dia NJDM ehu hia kra say obeye campaign obedi nkunim kra ma na shoki enkrofo fi say ono ene obi a obetimi edi omano anim na chini nanim obia ene wobium ti osi NDC amayiko no omoa ena elkro ena teacher constitution wi amwase wose Dr. Bawumia bema NDC for ako position forever and ever 8 years ne de very very possible odenchia ema Dr. Sewa Donko any honorable Mevisa wa bodu honorable Fred edoso dodo obe naming ceremony won ena na wodenam ena Kwansa Kwajo Enso di ade bossy good evening wadenchia ena ebra ababema omomo oboju ase okay eni ono so wochia mu Kwansa di ode bae no Capito go so mention si MPP ready no breaking the 8 no omo enya Ajiwudin Nana Kofi Dumo Efin Granza patriotic voice Osiba Umia na ye nipo betumi amomadi nkunim ewo MPP for mabomo ebetrim timo to aba monto emfa emma Dr. Bawumia Ajiwudin de no makinkan no ano de abasa ene makinkan ni nyina maya de aba no de makinkan ti ye homia ba ye ba ye beto aso de bebe eche bia nso besan ede asomo we eye Ghana this week.
The exhibition of the voters register 2023 is here with us now.
The Electoral Commission of Ghana will display the voters register for public inspection. The exhibition of the 2020 voters register and the 2023 provisional voters register is part of preparatory measures for the upcoming district level elections. The exhibition exercise will take place at all polling stations across the country from 3rd to 7th November 2023. Between the hours of 7 a.m. and 6 p.m. daily. Do not assume that your name is in the register. Go personally to your polling station with your voter's ID card or registration slip to 1. Verify your details of registration to make sure that your name, photograph, and other particulars are in the register. 2. Make a request for any omitted data such as name, age, or sex to be included in the register. 3. Make a request to change details such as incorrect name, sex, and unclear photographs in the register and on your voter ID card. 4. Object to the inclusion of names of unqualified persons. 5. Know your polling station ahead of the election. And 6. Assist in deletion of names of deceased people from the register. In addition to the physical checking of details in the register, the EC will deploy a mobile telephony tracking SMS platform which will enable registered voters conveniently access their registration details using their mobile phones. Very simple. Text your voter ID to 1413 at a fee of 60 pesos on all networks to verify your details on the voters register. Participate in the exhibition of the voters register to avoid disappointment and inconveniences on voting day.
Your vote is your future.
Tune it in, turn it up,
Peace FM,
and rip off the knobs.
Jamaya huya huwa kwa bayetwa Ghana this week asiyebono eso. Na watwi mu no asoye hwenua ne kwa yoso ehweye emajumedie bi ekoswa na no international development partners ewo Ghana hase nyina no mo ebaye. Enam so ema Ghana mampanyi na adudanko akufu adukasaye edi tudwa chire mu ese Ghana ye boye homode papa ewo kwa yohweye ahudu onim. Na eja se obi ebo ne kahye jane niema ho ane yehwa no Ghana ye krado ntia mama ahudu no emeso ya sene hwese be piepie ekuayo no amana kwa animu na oman no enye nuanipo adibi akọ amanone.
To achieve optimal results, there is a pressing need for effective alignment, minimizing the risk of duplication and eliminating the lack of knowledge by governments of projects by international development agencies. Instead, we should consciously adopt a coherent approach that promotes collaboration. Dialogues like the one we're having today are essential and should be a regular occurrence.
Wei Ghana mampanyi na adudanko akufu ado.
Na watwi mu and Association International School mofra no bo ana akoko pie mu ewo mampanyi na tenaye na komotwetwe mu no na school ni abofra ba ko a ye frɛ no adwoa bodi wabu so mampanyi ni sɛ adenti ena Ghana fo bebrebe nyina His Excellency Dr. Alhaji Mamadu Bawumia no pawo no se na be di akiri Omampanya no yemu na wo kyerem sɛ omampanya be di akiri yo panyini bi a wonim de pa na adwum nso dɔ na nokuradie nso pa de wo nafa enu ti na pawo no se na be di akiri.
Why did I choose Dr. Bawumia as my vice president? Oh goodness, those are many questions. But I think you're aware of our country in terms of the balance, people from the south, people from the north. I think that for the unity of the country, it is good that we have a leadership where northerners and southerners are together so that the country can remain united.
Ghana mampanyi na adudanko akufu ado lisansi na tudwa na wochmu abra Association International School mofra bo anan ekoko pie mu ewo mampanyi ni atenaye na bena intramane bo eni.
Ghana Canada Chamber of Commerce omo organize jumedie bi ewo Alberta Canada enono Canada brochi memo ye International Business Forum na namso makane mampanyi yewura John Dramani Mahama ko kasaye en wode to one no munsem wo biompeso mudo mudwa kyerehye mama hodo mu meche investors no ese omo emra Ghana ha efrise Ghana ye babia wode udwa kyere ba be hye sikase mabenya so fa so bebre na Ghana so ewo kwanya bebre edemawo.
Africa is crawling with Vietnamese, Chinese, Indian investors. But Ghana is a democracy. Ghana has respect for human rights. We have a judiciary based on common law, like most Commonwealth countries. And so it makes it easier for investors, in Commonwealth countries like Canada to be able to look at investments in Ghana. Producing in Ghana can give you access to a market of 30 million people, but potentially with the passage of the African Continental Free Trade Area that allows duty-free exports.
Wei mampanyi dada yewura John Dramani Mahama salamat ku apento nsema na wochi wode bai ni bino no.
Brano no Ohio State University wa America Bridgemamu di nhemu hihye so na afin so di anumpenfo ye ne se ebeba so watonsa e dia friend kanega na mampanyini JDM so wonfa nanim onyamba bepie mu odwumadi ase bi na won kasa ewo ase na o mampanyini abedi e kire kokopie mu ewo odwumadi ase a wokọ ne ono nkwa na koye one na pamfo dodo na e kan hu bia wo hwe animu se na watwi be ko na wieye no na adwumadi no wode aba na wieye na nsem o mampanyini abedi e kire betudwa wase ni nyina no ya bɔ ne boa e de abeso mu
na wachi mu ena omampanyi abedi echeru abawomia ekọ mantifi mantemu de asokobo form se empuntujuma mako ahenum ene aduowatwe mienu 582 yenshase se yenye na wenu eka Gulf of Guinea Northern Regional Social Cohesion no eho na wochire mu se senyakopon eya aduna somo ye awia emfaso be free so aba amadehye o mantifi mantemu ni Ghana fo nyada no enye asem ketua sesi amika sei eye enkrotuo mensi kropo assembly no beye aduanan wotwe ene benya faso ade afrimpuntujuma yimu.
This project focuses mainly on border communities in these regions where the citizenry, especially women and the youth, are exposed and susceptible to the threats of terrorism from the Sahel region.
Ayomampenyi abedieche Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
Na numu hono no na ene na mfremam so dom kuma no kasa se abaya na adwen se NIB National Investment Bank no beton na we na amadom kese na friends ntwerefo nhia mu amanse o madu agire mrahye bedwani olumunyanfo Frank anodom preka se de tudwa se nsema ne na mfremam na dom kuma ne ka se abaya pese o ton NIB Bank no nukuri bia enim.
Call for internal investigation.
Omumreso and over 500 million Ghana cedis. Omediko mama jumakuo binimu a omo nhyeda nya bank ho adwuma. Apex Capital Partners, Progressive Savings and Loans, First Ally Savings, TG chese bebre. And America say CK bank ni ntimi ngie. NIB management any board won ba akunya so. No financial statement 2017, 2018 won in yedimpo da.
Enso amadu agire mrase bedwani wurumnyanfo Frank anodom prenini enie Emmanuel Akole amanebo enono.
Pro East mrase bedwani Dr. Kwabradon ko na watwi mu no wakasa kane no yoswafo a wohwe ahodenie so. Wode atu mrase bedwafo no animu se Ghana eka bi aba beda yenso a eye America dollar no 140 million na ehase 2015 ni mu. Enti wosere mrase bedwani so mu hwehwem ekwan enam so masa eka no ebae.
Call for internal investigation because the High Commissioner to UK has publicly stated that he is very embarrassed and he's the very representative of the president in UK. So that calls for some internal re-examination. But more importantly, the legislative arm of government, Parliament, has to call for an investigation.
Eni ayeti ye Pro East mrashebedwani akane oyo soafo hwa hodenie so Dr. Kwabena Donko Owura Emmanuel Akole na dinsem wi ebae.
Mami Sisela Branda pa woni office of the special prosecutor ho sensem na asem ye wasem dibia no na numu hono mu and office of the special prosecutor echurokata edakoma chief justice say justice Edward Chuma oti asem no so no kwa wo fa so na wo ye ne niama no OSP so wonjini ndi ento obese chief justice say justice Edward Chuma wonyi no enfenfira asem die no so na ensem koto chief justice apono so no wabon nsem no atuogu na we na ma private legal practitioner lawyer Kwame Adofo echiremu say anomonto chief justice tu ye no edana kwamu sanse OSP but ayenti a non kopese chief justice gina so na justice Edward Chuma di ni fira asem die no so no na emunyedu
special prosecutor not what they call chief justice so na ina so bi eli sebi nyale sakura ne bi ema memetin from describe no say silly na ze woni akura bi bebo na ya sheba ko wachi ball was the nia na bola ma chin emi amobi the same thing as a special prosecutor no ero asem no ayemra ne die wo na wo so special prosecutor na emra ne ma o to me no emra na so sa kiro die so de to me ne ma no ayi one o ko chi mami sika pudo ni fi ento chi do bi no and also season sika.
Lawyer Kwame Adofo private legal practitioner or the sanse na to join na wotwi mu a Samson Kwame Nyameche na manebo eni
Kani penyina na wada eye gimpa ano Obenfo Stephen Adey na wotwe etwa mu no wakasa ye de tudwa kire mu se contractor fo no ye de ekwan ma omo no mutua adamudie eye 1 million Ghana cedis ansa na ye de contract no ama won eba no sa na ye kano namso ama na wotwe mu no otitine ni abedi akire de ema Ghana Chamber of Construction Industries a osanso ye chidomhini ewo aburi atwesin na opare kwafo a wodikan de atudwa se asem Obenfo Adey kan ye no enyade se eto asomuo omoche se beye afi ani echi ni contractor fo ni bi ho pa ban entu omoka enti ye dan ni etua damudie kwagika de beto ye ho so
eye ne ekoso no mom de ayemasefim eniema bi se ho na waka asem bi se no na eche se ye ani hanhan esese ye hwehwe sa asem no mu pa na mebo eye road minister eye honorable Kwesiamu Akwata abaso se what my refer say asem no ama yoko mpembebre se obi kra bonisre maka bibi na egu obi ho fi ye de ne sa na me bompa se enkoye party politics contractors emprempren yi sika sem wa ye ding ya ye nyuma bebre kra wontua yenka enti bibu sese ye na no nya se sika no na wasen akwa kotua bi ansa na waje adwuma foforo
Eni ayeti ye nana opare kwafo wono na wono moye contractor for Ghana so muka muku no waye ba no dani abedi akire
Post Sahine Dr. George Akufu Dampare na wotwi mu ene private road transport union ni koni penfo de ahia woto adwen kwampo obefa so akwan so jojo ho nsem kai befa ne ntoma padie fira ahyankafo bo post fotiri so say ne post ni chewa opewu mpewu kakra de gise otu anyesa yenja wantu a obekwa kwotwiri mu ni ne keka ho ano a post penfo ene ahyankafo nka bo mu koni penfo tena ase ya odi nyina ho enkomo
de modi atu ye ni nyina no yetie na supam ye no bepama bom na de niema efa police hu nyina tutuye na niema akoten amaye ye kasa sha ye nyuma ne doso na mensa so amokan ye wo police mu nyina no so se mo si mensa de efie bi obi wom GPRTU national ye mensa ho region funds wo mo mensa district wo mensa and local anso ye de wo mensa
Post Sahine Dr. George Akufu Dampare ne ena itwagu ye na openyine kasa akire no titina ni edema GPRTU ku no openyine nso edi semse yatudwa
ehun so team no eye adwuma IGP the always see am hu no say am Ghana policy is it kra so bi ti asent ye fa ha na ehwam yi ye beda mo ase pa the American say modern ma oni police administration ya betu hamaye aso ya nipa
titina ni edema GPRTU ku no na nani makone ni ena etwagu ensem betu odwa na wotwi mu a William Gentu ene boaboa no
Ghana posifo nyina panyi eye Dr. George Akufu Dampare wadi atudwa kire mu se ebreba bedi bro nyan ene afefofre ebewura mu no omo makwan ema amanyoko mienu enkonko ye kire emmom baabi faako na ombebo modern so ombehwe sasumdwe be ye adwuma ede ama Ghana fo ne wono mpeso mu free amaya hodo so ba Ghana ase bedi Christmas no wo kire se enkrofo bi ede nkrata bre won se Jubilee House e won moye atan kese mu no efiti December day di kan kopni de toso aduasa ba akoso ewura mu eko general busuwon bia no mpeso omokoye ye kire wosesa de no amo emane maso
two groups one of them when we are saying that December bayede New Year bayede that is where also a lot of your activities come and your activities we have to applaud you it's not about the money it's about entertaining us and making us feel valued as a people there is no society that can have a culture and a tradition without music. So knowing that this is your period, unfortunately 2 groups have come to us. And what are they saying? One of them says they want to demonstrate from 1st of December to 31st of December.
Wey Dr. George Akufu Dampare Post Sahine.
Post Sahine na wotwi mu ene adwadifo nka bomu ko Trade Union Congress mpenifo nso kosi nkonya obo ma no ho ba se post be no betimi bia de abo December ye wuro mu yin asundwe hu nsema fa ne ntoma padie frenti adwadifo mpenifo nso nye won de na won famoa.
So we are begging you use all the opportunity and all the space you have at all the leadership level to let people know that the police of yesterday is not the same police that we are having today. So that together we will work on it. It cannot be raised on our watch, but it is the consistency that we will apply ourselves to win your hearts and minds that will make a difference, and that we promise you.
Post sa heneka sa chire no chochorofo e de ma adwadifo nka bomukuo Dr. Yauba enso de nsem sei atudwa
unim say things say Jumaifo so ade ba kwa entire say demonstration any strike any picketing near there and the fire so ama manfo ati say so per se we are try on our demonstration we betimi aye nanso emra e wo ho a also udiso
Churchofo de Madwadifo nka bomukuo TUC Dr. Yauba Nene Enie William Gentu ene de amane bo ebesum na wotwe mu
na eye October busum mu ena eye Gold Coast Fund for no eye ne say musika bi ate ek aban ho no mo enti aban ntu ebra ye gu sa fund ne ne mak bank nsem bi aban no mo ka ho bi enti ye che na mu no na aban bo ma no ba so ye hwe o mai sika sem so eye ne se munya abotre ye ne mo betena se ne yakasa enti mo fa mo ye che no konkoso ba bi foforo na ye mbra mekasa o mo si o ma hwe ni ma bepim sa mre no aban no emfi wo mo efiti October de to so du ba ko bepim ne no enti o mo akasa de ato aban anim se aban anhwe entu anamo amfra wonu omo antenase ankasa amase sika ne yetua na se ye ne dendia ene aban besa to omo enka Orua Charles Nyame wonu ne ye convener ede ema ekuo na okasai
ebajo ye chere say yeah, the timeline you expect for a positive feedback no for the 2 weeks government in the Amaye. As some way, it has been 5 years. Monies have been approved by Parliament. It has been raised. Obituaries can approve so of family reason. Spend when they are bank accounts have already been created in the names of all these customers in the branches of commercial bank.
We Orua Charles Nyame wa mo na Gold Coast Fund Management no mo ye customers o musika ati akamu na Abulai Dasmani na din semwe bai
Ghana for ni Men's Gold ko ye adwuma no wonsika ko kamu no na wotwi mu na beto dwa se Men's Gold penyin ko for bai na napia mensa di sika botene 2.5 million Ghana cedis ama post adwuma ko ni se wona wonsika kamu no wonche na bi ensa enka wonde na customers won kabo muko penyin o general na mukasa ye Orua Frederick Force ne kasem na wo chire mu se woni post mpinfo be kwakosi nkonwa kwan ya post be fa so sika no obeche no no won so wode wani edi akire
score the call last Friday no and or this 2.5 million or the call CID hono enti or the call no so yentia say the sana koto bank Bank of Ghana and they be a police for no na omache mu adekwa osi onfosika no ye enti esi oman even na initial asem we say na we call enti say payment dia be cost asem we ko gina high court no dey payment dia be cost ye sisi mu no attorney general na anasa ban na obama direction enti score the call last Friday
Orua Frederick Forcing Negina Men's Gold customers on sika kwa kamu anamu ena nsemu yi odi tudwa Prince Bafo Asamoah ene de man boy ebesomo ye
Ekeka ko be na watwi mienu ena adesio mu from Mantemu epoye Mantemu ne enkranfa baby ensio etoye anase bi akoso modam no ma ne yiri efa omo enti na watwi mu no sofo be de echi debo ensem so onmonyafo Fati Abubakari ekọ hono ene adehye kwakasaye na kasaye mu no de to mu anim se abambe na afamu de biada ahwe ama adehye mu ani atoto mu ensem no ye besan amomo muwa mu magina mu nai so biem.
I also want to use this opportunity to express our sympathies to all affected persons. We know our brothers and sisters are dealing with so much in these difficult times. Government takes full responsibility to restore the communities to ensure that people are safe. And that is exactly what VRA and NADMO have deployed personnel to make sure we reach that.
Eni yo swafo abedi echira wonu na hwe double ensemso onmonyafo Fati Abubakar
akoso modama wabie na nklotu ahodo atwa dam no ho ehye wona ne atutu ogu onsam wo no Volta River Authority mpinfo aye ne se mo bi adehye ne behia no bebo ama won saka nkosi se watetena mu nsam no ebesan asan na chibiem penya be de echira wada Volta River Authority kuna no engineer Edward Oben Kenzo ekasai
Make sure that the relief that the communities need, they get it. And make sure also they return back to their normal life, restore the livelihood that they've suffered as of today, and work with government and ensure that whatever restoration needs to be done will be done accordingly.
Engineer Edward Obenkenzo, Penyana Bedi the Volta River Authority, Kunanene Enie.
Na mrashe bedwani a wojire modima adesio mo Afram Plains South onmunyamfo Joseph apia boatin enso na watwi mu kasa de tudwa kire mu se akosombo dam no ayebie no enye wono mo wo framantem kwa no mo aka obedru ni mpesua ne so ni pembo sadia ensuo no atwi afamfu no baye so ejapade so ama adan ahodo ro asese adehie no enya baby na omuhiamoa
Afram Plains South na chen say ye wo islands bebre ofa bumpata reaji kudome they call abokwa mafikope ene gadokope ni na insuro aha ekwafo bebre na ha individuals so bebre aha bebre adanya say wo hwe nkrobe say 25 na come especially a chairman from cross Afram na krona edawo a chairman from and so two nipa bebre so far nipa be say 48 ena insuro etwoma from ofie.
We Afram Plains South Mrashebedwani onmonyamfo Joseph Apoya Boatin na William Gentu and some de bana watchini bi enono.
Adisi akosomboda mu obi ye head wo hawaba won so no ama despite media TMW Foundation aka won to mapam ho ene despite media tiefo ne ahwefo nso ebe ya ye bi odi nema dodo na be kan ho ene nema ye de basika famu a be 200,000 Ghana cedis modu pa ena mpenifo de akwakoya adihye ne moase won so wonje na wo fambo wasete mu nsem wa bra despite media ene TMW Foundation de nema kokopie mu e wo Southton ena Southton mara sebedwani wodumunyam for wisdom ko bina wo mi wo chiri mu say enema won sakan ebebo bebre ne woni so asopa
Ebanis na o say to me train masa oha anaso atonchemi etumi tu yen asane ato anamo eno na meda medwene ho na menti ase do anyaba ene nyine mu no ye bisa say ebanis obi na anye na dwuma yie ene ti na ba say ana mpofiri mu na ba ye eno no eye ano a Mimi to me yanwa. Nti se mpanifo ne tie ye na se bibi saa esi na ene ye hu de e dia bre how e dia bre en dia ene mesre mpanifo no se omofa we enye hwe ho no
Southton mara sebedwani wurumanyamfo wisdom ko bina wa yomi neni enie Henry Kwasiminka ene da man boye be so me na wotwe ye mu
Adishia mo ewo Southton ene ne potemo no kasa kire mu se eniema wodo no aye cheche no mo ensa enka bi efri se ohwe se de eniema si ekro no ase aban no wo ye muemu aso ekoba bia enti na watwi mu awia premprebra kan kasebo mu na ya konadu ye twatwa ho mama no ma oni nadmo kwanchefo na agimai prempedi komo no se na se afem ye ne nwanwa sa adishia no kasa omo obi anya bi enti dia baidie eye na de foforo pa
and ye bear me one pow because North Central Southton ye baby ya attention wo pa the dia any MMDC any assembly members disaster management committee no paying for all ni VR for nyina na ti we dia I am baby for me one pa if you say you e ho nyina ya man ye ma pa ba bia ye de ne ma ko VR di bi ko adano kra Ghana gas boy nipa bi wo ko mu ye citizens of voter register Oma krabon se obi timi to e bia mo 5 bag ene ma negu ni pick up no ade command abusuafo bi ene ade
we nana agimai prempa nadmo ekuo no wadano
na akosombo damu awabie na adehye wofraw wo bre no osofo da hunidie na nsuonsu aso na no ma me frida pempe ko kan baby se adehye no kra woduebo wo bie damu ne yesi mutu ya enkanya ne se ne Ezo betwa fo musui na ade hyeni chiem se nsema ma me kan no omadi ma me ho yabo pa na ensema ma me kan ye no muma yintie.
Even though VRA, NADMO, the Water Resources Commission came together to educate the people in the community, did simulation exercises with them even at Mepe. Yet they refused to leave. They didn't want to be evacuated. They stayed there till the end when we started spilling. Unfortunately, look at what is happening. And government has to spend millions of money on relief items, on education. The whole area, the water is contaminated.
Ensemu ama me Frida Prempe editu dwa yi ena ama Mepe Development Association mpeni for the krata pie mo ntiso chirim se ensemu ama me kan no omodi ne ho yapo pa openyine nkasasa na eye krata ena Mepe Development Association odi pie mo ntiso openyina ne nsa hyase eni owura kojo mawule nu Fabian titina ni de ma Mepe Development Association insana krata no na ehyase
Kasiebono esi na Kasiebono esi na ye so na we dey odi donation edi yi mama fa we mra TMW4 TMW Techi Mensa and Walker ene obi so ababe adoye eno no Ghana bana musini owo DR Congo ambassador Kweku Domfe what the 10,000 Ghana cedis ede abasa de shomu from Mantemu no yemfa emwa won na omani atoto ato nsemo no yemfa mo yako ena afin so wodi ensuo bag no ahenum 500 ena wodi shoes ene mpaboa shoes nintade all these shoes and clothes entade no mo ne ma de odi aba pa ene odi aba nesta mausi ai ajiye enti ojiye no na yagye adase enti 10,000 Ghana cedis 100 million and afin so entade ne mpaboa ena ensuo mineral waters na se no pure water no bag no 500 wade account se yemfa nkonkoye adoye enti honorable His Excellency His Excellency Ambassador Kweku Domfe yada se papa nyankopon enhyirawo na adoye so ababe yi adehye wo from Mantemu ni epoye Mantemu ni baby omo aka no yade beko akosom wo na ama anigye no awie mu di pa baby yi free bia so nyankopon won hye wanemu despite media yada wase sie ni kaja no eni aseda enti Kasiebono se esi ayeko yanimu ano no aseda eko ede ama Patricia Sifafisha na womi ama benewa abena sika ena afenso Clinton akosi ene yo kwabranto omo ene bebo yenchidom yesamufo na ya okese de cardinal ne maami bia makwafo ena de ode yeko social media ne so de manitua ne dada Peter Square ono ane de yeko so yenso ye beso mo me akuaji wa akode mene
Sadat Mohammed
na happy birthday enko Emma Eunice Jimando awo USA free wo maami mafia konedu enchen ene wunuanom ema ne mema ne nyina Eunice Jimando awo USA efru maami mafia konedu ene wunuanom ema ne mema nyina ena Josephine ama Josephine owo PCFM online onu so wochi papa ene Chelsea for ebobo yesho mu mienu omo antimi ante Chelsea ombobo yesho mu mienu omo antimi ante Arsenal ebobo Arsenal shenum 1 2 3 4 5 na kesenki timiri ba akokra ma Chelsea for so omo mpega guys eneja enu so omo dia kwa kugu enti nyame aduma wo china Man U and Man City enti man for mienu ena chimom de besia be who the man of the match and after the match be who the man of the match na you separating men no e de every boys nentem nye hu ba bi agina pantu wo china de se de mani simueni me nko ba bia me DSTV no me kwa ko renew because of this match because renew enti neja Arsenal for na je say ye kwa na je say na de young boy ya na eba betina dwomu a Peter memo waju papa Peter Square me chia so nkokwan so sister mawusi me chia o young boy me chia mu nyina fine pa enti ye koi de ne ye mamu nyina happy Chelsea 2-0 deal.
Tune it in. Turn